Hey, it's Braden Lowe. Welcome back to Rome Total War for the fourth day in a row, I believe. Yeah. So, welcome back to the Gaul LP here. And from our last time, I don't know why I have my headphones on. Let me take them off real quick. Whew. I can't hear myself talk very well. I don't know why I have them on. Anyway, from our last time, we brought our Ryanerics up to defend Numantia after taking Carthago Nova to the south. We took the Brutii settlement of Croton. We pushed forward and we pushed forward on the British and German frontier and made some progress. And we even took a Dacian town. So last episode was very productive, and hopefully we can have another productive episode. I believe that's all we're going to do this turn, so we're going to end it and see what's happening. And not much going on around the world. House of Brutii with an agent. That's okay. Egypt's now the most advanced faction. We're probably going to be bouncing back and forth. Some buildings being built, always good. Always good. We have a little bit extra money these days. Not as much as I'd like, of course not. But what can you do? When you're playing in military civilization, you're at war with like 8 other nations. It's hard to make money. Anyway, we're going to try to pull out as many guys as we can. It looks like we can. We can put it down to low tax rate, build some more warbands, and get Tarentum up to happiness. I called it Croton before, and I was wrong, because it's Tarentum. And as you can see, they have an assassin here, and they must be trying to take out one of our family members, maybe our leader or one of the secondary family members. So in Capua, we can build a spy. And that will definitely reduce the chance of the assassination attempt succeeding. And actually, we have a spy down here. I don't know what I'm thinking. So we don't really need to build another one. Spies actually are easier to assassinate than family members, which is just kind of weird. But yeah, but see, he'll have to go through the spy first. To get it even like over like a 2% chance, he's gonna have to assassinate the spy first. And I'll be able to tell, because the spy, it'll give me a message saying the spy was assassinated, and then I can either retreat the army, or get another spy, so it's basically a first line of defense. And everything's looking good around the kingdom. We got a little bit extra money. We can try to build something somewhere. Londinium doesn't really need anything good. How about some farms and aluminum? That'd probably be a good idea. And down here in Numantia, we could probably build a market. That wouldn't be a bad thing. And in Carthago Nova, a little unhappy, but that's okay. It's gonna be all right. And actually, we're gonna take off the market. We're gonna build a cesspit here, and so we can build, a warband down here. That'll help us in the future. The Spanish decided not to move their army. I guess they're waiting for us to attack. And you know what? We'll do that. We'll go a little bit through Carthage lands, and I think they have a town over here somewhere. And we're going to go attack that Spanish town in that direction. And hopefully take it. And they should only have 1 settlement left after we retake that. So it'll be 4 settlements of Gaul and 2 settlements of opposing factions in Iberia. So it'll be looking pretty good. The siege up in Britannia is looking pretty nice, so we're going to end the turn. Our diplomat's just going to move back into Dame. The Brutii don't have any magical troops from somewhere. And Spain, as I thought, would probably try to attack Numantia. They're going to attack. And they might not even win the siege if they were to go through with it, but I don't want them to go through with it. And we got a couple towns growing, and Lugdunum and Narbomartius. Actually, we're going to take off the building from Lugdunum because it still is building something, and we can put it in our Marsh because we don't have enough money for both. And we got 2 new family members, which is kind of cool. Got a guy down here. And actually, since we got a guy down here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to merge these units, and we're going to take the injured units and Lugertrix back to Batavium. So we can retrain the injured units, and Batavium could be a little bit happier, temporarily. And then we might resurge. If the Dacians try to take, Iuvavum, we might have to resurge up there with another army because they probably will capture it back, and that'll be fine. No big deal. I just wanted to take the pressure off of, Montegassium, because they had quite a large army there. And the situation down in Italy is looking pretty good. They don't have much garrison in Croton. And we did build rams, I was just checking. And they have a small army up to the north, as you see there. Shouldn't be too much of a big deal. And nothing coming from the Scipii. The Scipii aren't deciding to help. We're going to merge these two boats that we built, and we're going to crush this Spanish navy. And then we're going to move back into the port, and we're going to repair the boat, because one of them got a little bit damaged. And then next turn we'll have 3 large boats, and those will be very nice. And they'll have pretty good upgrades too, so those will be pretty nice. And yeah, the Spanish army is pretty big. It's got 20 units. It's got 2 family members, but a lot of them are skirmishers and Iberian infantry, so I'm not too worried about it. Professor Anarix is just a beast. And there's their faction leader, and he's only got 1 command star. That's hilarious. What a horrible faction leader. Holy cow. And so they got their faction leader and then 2 family members over there. And they probably have another family member up in their last city. And that looks like the Brudi are coming over with boats. And they decided to give up their settlement there. And, ooh, the Dacians are sieging Narpomartius. So we got to be careful of that. We can bring Lugatres back down, and we should be able to retrain him. Also kick up the tax rate quite a bit, because, well, only 1, just to be safe. And we're able to retrain. Lots of buildings being built. Awesome. Another minor city I saw. We got another place built. And we can make this into a minor city in 3 turns as well. So our whole nation is kind of converting into minor citydom. I don't know if that's a word. And we're going to take Meriadoc and some units, and we're going to go try to help. Because I'm pretty sure we're not going to win that one. Well, I don't know. Oh, really? Really? Okay, they decided to let me retreat. So I thought we were going to have trouble there, but it did not happen. And Vinix is going to chill in this city with the stone walls, and he should be able to defend anything that comes that way. So that's going to be a stronghold. Patavium is a stronghold. Dame is a stronghold. Alesia is going to be the next big stronghold if they actually push that far in. So I'm not too worried. We're going to take a couple of the elite units here and put them on the boat and build some more band garrisons in reserve. And then we're going to send the boats over to Capua, and we're going to pick up a couple of units after crushing this Spanish navy again. That might have been a different navy, I'm not sure. But we crushed another Spanish navy. And we're going to send these units in here. So we got two Barbarian Noble Cav and 2 Chosen Swordsmen. Very nice. And then we'll take most of the Portex's army. We'll leave some Swordsmen and some Barbarian Cav, and we'll put them into that boat. So we have like 4 units of Chosen Swordsmen and 3 units of Barbarian Noble Cav. And that should be... I should at least be able to get a foothold in Sicily using that army. That's kind of my goal. And I'm just checking Verscussus because I'm just making sure he's still got good command, because sometimes they can lose traits if they're not fighting. He's still got 5 command, so if a Porterex dies at any point, we're still fine. We're going to send this guy out, and he's going to siege this town over here, Deva, which also does not have much garrison, or is very big. And we're going to build some peasants here for garrison. Actually, you know what? It's a town, so... yeah, we're going to kick it down a low tax rate and get rid of the peasants because, I like growth in my very small towns. Apparently the British didn't. They just drained them. Drained those small towns. This guy's still chilling over here. He's not like the faction leader or anything. If he becomes the faction leader, I'll probably try to go assassinate him. Or, well, not assassinate, go destroy him. But he's not yet, so I'm not too worried. And we should be able to just get to Scalabus this turn and siege it. And it's only a large town. I don't know if the Spanish have a city, to be honest. It'd be kind of shameful if they didn't. I mean, they've had all this time. I don't know. I guess Carthago Nova, it was pretty close to the city when we took it over, so that would have been. But we took it. Huh? And they've been building all these units, too, so... they probably don't have much in the way of minor cityage. And there are some nice mercenaries, so next turn we're going to try to pick those up if we can. Anyway, we're going to end the turn because there's nothing left we can do. And the Brudii are going to attack us. They got some good units, and they got a lot of just a lot of in this battle. They don't even have the same number of men, and I guess they're really desperate. That's all I'm gonna say. And this might be the last battle we fight against the Brudii in this LP. I know, sad. But if we can take this settlement and just defend the shoreline, we shouldn't have to worry about them. And I'll kind of hope that the Greeks are able to take care of them on their end. You know, if Macedon's able to wipe out the Brudii, that would be amazing. Or if Thrace or whoever's dominating over there, I don't even know. I don't think the Greek cities usually don't end up dominating because they lose Syracuse right at the beginning to the Romans, and that just kind of puts the nail in the coffin right away. And if they lose Pergamum to Pontus, you know, like sooner than we did in our LP of Pontus. Our LP, I mean, well, it's my LP, but it's yours. It's for you guys. It's for you guys. Yeah, I'm not doing this for myself, you know. This isn't for my self-worth or anything. And so people can enjoy the game. And I'll show you the beauty of Rome Total War, and hopefully you can enjoy it yourself. Go out and buy it and enjoy it. And anyway, I'm going to put the Force Warbands in front because they have extremely long range, and with a hill advantage they have even longer range. And I don't want any friendly fire, so putting them out in front will negate that. We're gonna put our 2 generals and a light cav back here in reserve, and we'll keep the other units over there so we can go skirmish their army as they're approaching, and that should work pretty well. And also because they have 2 ballistas, we want to take those out before they hit the main battle line because those are going to always cause casualties if they get in range. So you want to take those out as soon as possible, along with any other kinds of artillery. Like onagers are more devastating, but ballistas are slightly annoying, so we're going to take them out. And, yeah, the Romans really haven't put up too much of a fight since we eliminated the Julii. I mean, it's mostly because the Senate and the Julii were fighting us very, very, very hard at the beginning there. But since we were able to crush most of their hardcore armies, it's been pretty easy from there. And that is awesome. So, going very well in this campaign, I must say. And we're going to... This ballista is kind of far separated from the rest of the units, so we should be able to take them out without too much problem. Crush... Oh. Look at those bodies just splatter, and there we go. Crush that unit, and fully depleted. And so the army doesn't even care. They're not even mobilizing against my cavalry. So we're just going to line them up back here and just wait for that ballista to get a little bit more separated if possible. And then we should be able to take them out. Because charging them right now, I could get caught up in the infantry and lose my cavalry. And yeah, I could, but I don't really feel like it. We're gonna do a test charge. We're gonna try with 1 barbarian light cav and see what happens. Oh, they are reacting, so we need to pull out. We probably killed a few of them, maybe half of the. But artillery only need like they don't even need that many guys. I think artillery units need like 4 guys to function correctly. So. You gotta pretty much eliminate the whole unit for them to be out of commission, as they say. And they're just scrambling their units trying to counter us, and they're going to pull back again. In formation, we're going to keep up on the ridge so that if we do need to charge them, we have a charge bonus, and because we're charging down the hill. And we're going to pull this unit of Barbarian Cav back, because it looks like they're leaving their ballistas pretty undefended. If we can just swing around this unit here, we should be able to take them out. And we're going to move the rest of our Cav back, because we don't really need them if we can take them out with this one unit here. And I don't really feel like clashing into their infantry at this point, because they're pretty heavy and we're far away from our lines. I'd like to be peppering them with my Forced Warband if possible before that happens. And we're able to take out this ballista, and we'll try to kill as many as we can. If we can kill the whole unit, that would be awesome. There we go. And we'll pull this guy back. And their reinforcements just arrived from the city of Croton. No big deal. All they have is, I believe, infantry in that army. So, not a problem at all. Anyway, we're going to pull our cav up there. Our Force Warbands are starting to fire at their units. But they are running them towards us, so I'm going to pull them back behind the line, and they'll continue to fire. maybe a little bit of friendly fire, but it's worth it to not have them die. Although Force Warbands are decent in melee combat, they could probably stand up to them for a little bit, but I'd rather not lose my archers, you know. Archers are precious to me. If I can not lose like range units, it's like the best thing ever. Anyway, we're going to reform this group of cav on the right wing here, and keep the other group of cav in the left wing. So we have 2 wings of cav. That's my favorite kind of formation, really. And this unit's just getting peppered by javelins and archers. I don't know what they're thinking. And these units are coming up here, so we're going to do Warcry in these 3 units of infantry. And we should be able to take them out without too much problem. Have the swordsman take out the Hastati, and have the chosen swordsman go after the Town Watch. Just kind of just for the laws, because it's extreme overkill, and you know, all that good stuff. And the Hastati did do a little damage to all 3 of the units, I believe, and that's okay. And the chosen swordsman took down the Town Watch without taking a casualty. They took a couple casualties from the Hastati because they were clipping him, but that's okay. And the Town Watch attacked the cavalry over here, and they lost without taking it. They took like 1 casualty on the Barbarian Light Cav, and that's it. That's pretty incredible. And we're just going to chase these units because you might as well. And they're routing, and we can get some positional advantage with the cavalry and swing around and possibly crash into their lines. As they're reforming, they're still getting peppered by our archers, so that is perfect. And we should be able to charge this Town Watch without too many casualties. Or with no casualties. Nice. That's pretty incredible. And we're going to chase down his Hastati and kill them because the Roman infidels must die. Yeah. It'd be really weird if history didn't end up like this. You know, like the Gauls became the most dominating faction. It's always interesting to think that when you're not playing as the Romans and you're thinking about like the historical impact of your actions. Like, what if the Gauls actually did like dominate the world like this? I mean, most modern day languages would be based on Gallic, I suppose, and that'd be pretty weird. Pretty strange. Pretty strange. Who's to say? It might have been better. Who knows? I don't know. Hard to say. Anyway, our cavalry is just able to just crush these units because we have so much mass. We can just do rear charges, side charges from every angle, and we hardly took any casualties doing that. So very effective cavalry maneuvers there, and we're going to rotate the army to meet the incoming threat and make sure they run so that they're not lollygagging. And our big cav wing over here is going to form up and destroy that last unit, and then they're going to form up on the left flank of our army because the right flank is the border, so we don't need the cavalry over there. They're only going to be able to do front charges, so there's really no point in having them there. And as I said, all they have is infantry. They have Principes and Hastati, and nothing else. Nothing easier, nothing harder. And I really hope I can take out Sicily and Italy before, well, I know I can take out Italy, but I hope I can take out Sicily before they get a huge city. Well, actually, it'd be really cool if they got a huge city right as I was about to kill them, because that would mean that we get advanced generals, but the Romans don't. Well, actually, no, I still want them. I still want them to have a huge city because then they can get advanced units and they'll be able to dominate us. But as far as it goes right now, Chosen Swordsmen dominate any Roman infantry that they have. But if they hit the Marian reforms by getting a huge city in Sicily, it's the only way they're going to do that now. They're going to have some very powerful units, and they will be able to beat us eventually. So taking out Sicily before the Marian reforms is going to be very critical. It does mean that our generals are going to have a little less power compared to others, but you know, our general units barbarian early generals are still pretty powerful, so I'm not complaining there whatsoever. And our force warbands are picking off that Hastati unit pretty well. Got the cavalry over here. We're going to swing them around behind while our missile units are firing, so we can cause some disorder. And if they stay in the same formation, we might do some rear charges on them. Even though it's uphill, it's still a rear charge, so it's very effective. And they're peeling off a couple units to deal with the horsemen. We might charge them. They're sending out 3, so I don't really want to. Plus, they got Pila going. That Pila storm missed. So, we're going to break off into 2 unit groups and kind of just harass them. Keep it at distance and make sure. we're creating a kill zone, basically, is what we're doing. And their general decided to come up here, and he's about to throw javelins. So one of our units is going to get hit, but we should be able to take him out pretty quickly. He's taking out the unit right in front of him. So, good play, good play. But there we go, we are able to rout him, so that's going to be a big boon to us. You know what, let's deploy all the infantry. Let's just have them charge on the hill and take them out, because they're in disorder right now. Might as well take them out while they're in disorder. And then our cavalry can help clean them up as well, without fear of getting trampled, and these units will go take them out as well. Should be able to pretty easily. And our cavalry are going to charge this unit because they're being annoying. And these cavalry are going to run away. Taking a couple casualties over there, but yeah, they would have taken a couple trying to run away, I believe, in that situation. My bad. It was my bad because I wasn't really watching them. Going to pull these units over and attack this flank. We're going to have all the cavalry over here, and we're just going to do kind of a clean sweep. We got the infantry, we got chosen swordsmen running down to fight those units over there. Ran down there in general, awesome. We're going to take all our units and pull them over and hit this empty unit over here. And then while the chosen swordsmen are fighting and hopefully just dominating, we should be able to take them out without any problem. The swordsmen are getting hit pretty hard over there, but the chosen swordsmen are standing up really nice. Like I said, the chosen swordsmen just don't lose against these kind of units, and especially with the hill advantage. There we go, we crushed the last of their units, and we're just going to run them down, and hopefully we're able to take their settlement. And that'll be the last of the Roman reign on Italy. That'll mean the Gauls have all of Italy. And there you go. Hunt them down. There we go. Clear victory to the Gauls. Clear victory to the Gauls. Clear victory. Dun, 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 dun. I came, I saw, I conquered. That's perfect. Kind of ironic that's coming from a Roman, but whatever. And let's see if we do take the city, indeed. And, yep, okay, looks like it. There we go. Exterminate. And we have taken Italy. So there we go. Now all I have to do... Ooh, that's a big Dacian army. And Spain is trying to attack. I don't know why they're not waiting for the big army, but okay. We'll engage this force. And as I was about to say, all we have to do now is get up to 30 regions and take Sicily. And then I'm going to declare my victory, because those are the rules that I set out at the beginning of the campaign, and I'm sticking with them. And I really want to move on to some other projects. Again, I have a secret project in motion, and I'll find out if I'm able to do it this weekend. And hopefully maybe I can start on it next week. That would be pretty cool. If we can finish this off this week, I'm assuming. I might be assuming too much, because even though we're very close to the end, the Scipii could fight really hard in Sicily, and the Spanish could possibly defeat me here and push me back, or Germany could surge forward and take some of their settlements back, and it could get bloody, and it might be hard to get 30 regions. But hopefully it's not too hard, and hopefully we are able to finish it off. And what I'm doing here, I'm just lining up all my infantry and making sure that my Spanish mercenaries have fire at will, because the Spanish Scutari and Spanish mercenaries, which are Scutari for mercenary hire, are very nice because they operate like Roman troops, except they're like a good mix of barbarian and Roman troops because they have pretty high attack values, and they throw pila, so they're devastating on offense, but defensively they're not as good as the Romans. Definitely, they have much worse equipment. But Scutari are very, very good infantry of the line, and the Spanish should have a few of them, but they shouldn't have too many. And the reinforcements came in right away. They're coming in from over there. Okay. Could turn the army around now. But then I'm leaving my back open to this first army. I'm just going to charge up on this hill and take out this army as quickly as possible, and then turn around and face the army from the settlement. There we go. Good plan. Good plan, Braden. Good plan. We're going to take this cavalry up here, and we're going to try to take down the war dogs. For me, war dogs are kind of like ballistas. They always take casualties, and you want to take them out as soon as possible so that they take. So make them die. Basically, is what what I want to do. There we go. Routed the unit. That doesn't mean anything. The dogs are probably still fighting, but we're able to probably can take them down pretty easily there. Not much problem. And actually, we're going to charge this unit of Scutarii because they're about to fire missiles on us. And again, they're not quite as defensive as Roman troops, so we should be able to crush them. And ooh, this is becoming a battle royale. We got the hill advantage, and we made the Scutarii route. And they got their general there and a unit of skirmishers. We should be able to take them out with our cavalry. Probably going to take more losses than I want to, but not too bad actually. And we made the general route. We can just charge this last unit of skirmishers, and this army should be gone. And now would be a good time to rotate the army to face the incoming threat. There we go. So first army dealt with. Again, the Spanish haven't really shown us much opposition in this LP. And the Spanish can be playing as the Spanish is very interesting because you're in a nice secluded area that you can build up. If you take all of Iberia, you can build up and become very powerful. And then when the Romans come over, or Numidia maybe tries to attack from the north, or even Carthage maybe tries to retake their settlements, you can have quite a bit of firepower because they have some very good late game units such as bull warriors and their barbarian elite, which are they have a very nice barbarian elite that I gave them. Their spear armed cavalry with a very powerful charge, and they have armor piercing lances. And but the drawback is that it's a very, very tiny unit. It's a very small unit, but it is very devastating. So yeah, you gotta protect it, and if you charge it in at the right place at the right time, it can just devastate an army. But I still like the Gallic and Britannic barbarian elite the most, probably because it's always useful to have one because they buff troops. Also, the Germans barbarian elite debuff morale of the opposition, so keep that in mind. And they're sending in their general over there, so we're going to charge that with our light cav and our swordsmen. And we're just going to try to engage all their unitry. Over here, all the Spanish mercenaries and swordsmen over here are going to engage. We're just going to charge without throwing javelins for now, because that's not what needs to happen. And we should be able to contain this army pretty well. I'm going to sound the cry of command just in case. And our guys should be fine. I'm just going to watch the general battle over here and make sure they're not devastating our units or anything. And there we go. He's getting hit pretty hard, so no big deal. And we're already, oh, look at that. We're already crushing the other units there. So, very good sign. Very good sign. And there we go. It says the enemy king is routing at the bottom, which means their general is routing. And it just displays king, just because it's their faction leader. The Spanish king is fleeing from the battle like a fool. He can't beat us that way, and yeah, kind of strange that they left their king without much garrison. And I'm actually going to end the turn. I'm at end of the battle without trying to kill the rest of the army because, now hear me out. I want to draw that big Spanish army over and fight it now, take it down now, so it doesn't bother me in the future. Because I'm pretty sure they're probably going to come over and try to fight us. And Carthago Nova grew, so yeah. They would have had a minor city about this point as well. And it's just going to be a minor city under our control. So and we're going to keep sending this guy down. They've already built rams, so yeah. If they stick with one ram, we have a chance. But if they build more than one ram, we're pretty much dead there. And over here, it's not looking too good. They're bringing in reinforcements. They are using a lot of mercenaries now, which is a very good sign, which means they're running out of population, or they're just not able to train enough units to deal with us right now. So it's a very good sign. I like to see it, and hopefully we can dominate them and keep our settlements intact. If we lose a couple border settlements, that's fine, but we want to keep our interior settlements pretty much safe. Especially in Italy, because all these settlements are pretty good. Except the Juliae settlements are kind of weak, but yeah. We're going to take down their temple in Croton, and we're going to build the temple to Epona. We can build a lot of advanced buildings here if we want to, but we're not going to have enough money, and it doesn't really matter at this point. if we build a bunch of advanced buildings, because I'd rather build them in Batavium first, number one. And Batavium can't even access those because it hasn't finished a lot of the buildings that a minor city can build. So that's pretty funny. And now we're just merging a bunch of units so we can retrain efficiently. There we go. We don't need to retrain our family member there. Not a big deal. And we're going to train and... no, we're just going to build warband garrisons so we can move out quicker. And if need be, we can see there's a Scipii city, large city there, so we can build some barbarian elite there if we need extra morale support. But I don't know. As you saw in that double click there, they only have their flag. They only have like one unit in the city, so it should be pretty easy pickings if we go over there. I'm not too worried about the Scipii if that's all they have at Sicily. They did have quite a bit of force at Capua, so I guess it's understandable, or maybe they have all their armies in Carthage right now. Maybe they're devastating Carthage, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows, man? And there's lots of archers in this army, which can be devastating, but it depends if we can, like, hotgate them or something. I don't know. We're going to hire all these mercenaries, and even if they do take... oh, we got mercenary captain too, but even if they do take this element, this army should be sufficient to take it back, so I'm not too worried. Just going to be a temporary loss, so no big deal. And we've experienced a lot of temporary losses, of settlements. Samaral Brevo's taken over, Alesio's taken over. It's been a rough campaign, guys, but I think we're going to be able to pull it out. And not with flying colors, not very gracefully, but it's going to happen. And it's going to be a grand old time, as they say. In Brooklyn. What? As they say in Brooklyn? I don't even know. Anyway, we're going to build a Hall of Heroes in Batavium so we can build Chosen Swordsmen. That'll be very nice. And hopefully we can build the 100-man Hall, which is the final barbarian barracks, which it doesn't give us any more units, it just gives the units that we build their 1 extra XP, the melee units. So that'll be very nice if we can get that built. Although it's not really a priority, I suppose. 1 extra XP is not... I don't know. If we had more money, I would definitely do it no matter what. And we're going to send these guys over as reinforcements, and there we go, we can see their army. Looks like they're going to be able to attack us next turn. And we'll be able to go from there. Actually, you know what? I forgot about hiring the mercenaries, so I'm going to take out this market from Trier and get rid of the warband. Sorry, Trier, but you were already pretty happy, so you don't need the warband in the market. And we're going to take these Spanish mercenaries and Balearic slingers, and that will take up the rest of the money. And we should be well defended from that Spanish army, hopefully. And we could move on to the bridge, but no, there's really no point. I want to get their faction leader involved in this battle as well, because he didn't get killed last time. And that will happen. So we're going to end the turn. Briti are blockading our ports, but it doesn't appear like they have any force really to threaten us. Hopefully hopefully they're getting distracted by the Greeks. And big ooh, because they did decide to siege attack. Although they only have 1 ram, so a possible hot gating could be in order. But you saw what happened in Samaral Briva, and it didn't quite work out very well there. So maybe it'll work out better. Maybe it won't. We'll have to find out. And let me take a drink as well. Yeah. Ooh, I just love Rome Total War. I just love it. It gets me so pumped. Warfare. Do. Anyway, as I said, we're going to hotgate it here. Have our guys point towards the gate, and yeah. Oh, look at they're celebrating. And again, they only have 1 ram, so not a big deal. And they got lots of they got a lot of archers. They don't really have too many. They only have like 2 really full melee units, so it's gonna be pretty easy. And it's kind of funny to think that these 2 men are guarding this huge city. It's kind of funny, very interesting. But it's working, so And if we are able to win this battle, which I'm not saying it's impossible, but I got to charge at the right moment. If I can break, like they got this unit of Falcon back here, and that's going to hurt us. But if we can kill the Falksman, I think we have a pretty good shot. So I'm just gonna keep my guys selected, and Warcry at the right moment when a lot of guys are charging in. They're starting the charge, so let's Warcry now. And by the time they're done Warcrying, they should be far enough into the gates where we can charge them. And there we go. Let's go now. Go, 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 go. And hopefully we can start breaking some of these units here. We're taking quite a few casualties already. And yeah, they got the Falksmen in here. And we're crushing them a little bit. We're pushing them forward. And one unit already routed, so that's very good. Very good, very good. Come on. Let's crush the Falksmen. Let's go for the Falksmen. Charge against the Falksmen. Because if we can take out the Falksmen, we stand, again, a very good chance of taking out their army. We are losing a lot of casualties. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Hot gate success. Woo! Woo! Yes. Nice. And now they're going to send in their general of very depleted light cavalry. And, you know, I have spear-armed warriors. And, again, some people don't believe that the Barbarian Warbands have an attack bonus versus cavalry, but if you check in the file in which their attributes are actually displayed, it says that they actually have a +4 attack bonus versus cavalry. So they actually do have an attack bonus versus cavalry. So there's that. And I don't think we're going to catch up to them because, you know, same speed infantry. Archer Warbands are faster than normal infantry too, I think, because they're not encumbered by all the equipment. So we're not going to be able to catch them, but, you know, we did win the battle. That's really all that matters. Although we didn't really kill most of it. If we had, like, one unit of cavalry, all these men would be dead. Such a waste. Such a waste. Oh, well. Perhaps I should build some cavalry in the settlement, and that will stop this crazy madness train-ville. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Anyway, that was a very nice job there. I don't know what your name is, Captain. Captain Maybon. Good job, Captain Maybon. You were able to hotgate the Dacians and defend this settlement. So we don't have to lose it, and that means we keep the income from it. And, yeah, very nice. Very nice job. And hopefully Meriadoc will be down here, and he'll reinforce now instead of just, you know... Oh, they got another army. Holy cow. Well, they're getting serious here. There we go. The Spanish did attack. This guy's not a great commander, but he's decent, I suppose. He's got quite a rabble. He's got the faction heir in here as well. So they got the faction leader in another army. You got the faction heir here and a family member. So this could potentially be their whole royal family in this one battle. Although I really doubt it. They probably have a family member back in their last settlement. But if it is, it's very important that we take out the generals. I would like to take them out anyway, because then they're only left with probably one family member. But if this is their family, we'll be able to kill them here. Because there's two ways to eliminate a nation. You either take all their territory, or you kill all their family members. So, if we kill all their family members, they get eliminated, and it becomes two rebel settlements. We'll still be sieging the rebel settlement. I don't think the turns are set on the settlement that we're sieging, and we should be able to conquer them pretty easily because they're not building troops actively or retraining troops because they're the rebels, and the rebels are always in debt, so that they're easier. You know, the rebels are supposed to be kind of easy. Anyway, we're going to line up to kill the faction leader. That's our first objective, is to kill the faction leader. And then we can turn around and have decent terrain here. It's kind of flat over here, and again, where we start, it's pretty much not in our favor. So, killing the faction leader, A, will be a good idea, and B, will give us good terrain advantage for the second battle against their main army. So we're just going to line up like this, and hopefully he comes pretty soon. And if not, I don't know. I don't know what to say if he doesn't. And we're going to move these guys over here. And that looks like our whole army. And, oh, great. Great Scott. Great Scott. Oh, I made a farty. And then made another fart. Oh. Ooh. Sorry about that. Woo! A little sneaky. Oh well. So we're gonna move up, and just in case he comes in, we can crush him pretty easily. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna turn him around, and if he comes in, we should be able to react pretty quickly to him. I would think, and go from there, and move the army like this. Ugh, we forgot. Ooh, I'm screwing up the selection, aren't I? Distracting myself. And yeah, we just gotta reform the cavalry here, and we should be okay. I think. Yeah. Yeah. Put the cavalry over here. 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 Move the Spanish mercenaries over here. And whole army should be. Looks pretty disorganized, but they're all going in the right place. I trust them. We're gonna have. We have quite a bit of Spanish contingent in this army of Spanish slingers and warriors that make up about a third of our army. So we got a lot of their own men fighting them, which is pretty cool. We kind of needed to hire a lot of mercenaries over here because we don't have a lot of production power in this sector. We only have Numantia, and we've pretty much been turning out units from there most of the turns, and we've only managed to have this many. And mercenaries are a lot easier, but they do cost more money to train initially. Their upkeep is about the same as equivalent units, but the initial recruitment cost is much higher. And in later versions, like in Barbarian Invasions, I believe mercenaries take a portion of like extermination loot. I could be wrong, or maybe that's just if you're a horde. I don't know. Let's not talk about Barbarian Invasion right now. I might do an LP of Barbarian Invasion at some point, but I don't find Barbarian Invasion as fun as Rome Total War, even though it's under the same mechanics and everything. The initial setup of the map is just it's not really my favorite. So I probably won't do one unless I run out of. Unless I do like every campaign in Rome Total War, then I might go to Barbarian Invasion. Anyway, we're going to skirmish their horsemen over here, get a little bit of hill advantage against this unit here, and crush them. And then, just in time for the second unit to come over, so we should be able to handle this unit pretty easily. Again, Barbarian Cavalry are a little better than Round Shields. They have a little more attack. I think they have about the same defense, and the Barbarian Cavalry have much more charge. So they're better all around than Round Shield Cavalry. But Round Shield Cavalry, I'm not saying they're bad. They're pretty decent light cavalry. And we're gonna be able to crush this unit of skirmishers, and we're gonna try to pull out. We're getting hit by Scutarii are shooting missiles at us, and we're getting hit by skirmishers. So that was a nice little skirmish there. We lost a little bit of cav, but we were able to take out 2 units of their cav and a skirmisher unit. So that was pretty successful in my opinion. And keep these cavalry over here and keep them distracted, hopefully. And they keep shuffling around and keep retreating. This would be a good time to say, hey, how's it going, guys? That horse get taken down. Today, it's a Wednesday today, and it's decently warm. Pretty average May weather, I would say. Not bad, not good. Sunny out, pretty nice. Most of the leaves have come in by now, and it's looking pretty nice up where I live. I'm not going to do specifics because it's on the internet, but let's just say I live in a nice place where you can see lots of trees and prettiness all over. And, yeah. I don't know what their army's doing over here. They're derp herping, slurping, derp chirping. I don't know what they're doing. And, beats me. Anyway, we're just gonna park over here. I don't think the reinforcements are coming because they haven't come yet. They'd usually come by this point, I don't think. So I don't think we have to worry about it. We're gonna rotate our army because they seem to be moving on that side of the hill, so might as well rotate them. And that means our right flank is secure because we're against the border, and our left flank is still open, but we got cav. We can move the cav over here. I'm gonna move them to the left side of their army, and so I can. Well, A, because they have a lot of units over here that they're kind of lagging behind here, as you can see. And B, because I want to push them towards the right, because I have the right border I have the border on my right, so I can kind of force them into that corner. It's kind of my plan here. We got a unit of skirmishers that looks pretty open right there that we should be able to charge and take out. So that's kind of my plan right now, and I'm just going to watch their army, make sure that they don't do anything drastic. They got a lot of heavy cavalry in their general units, so I got to be very careful with my cavalry right now. Losing them wouldn't be the worst thing, but I'd rather keep them around for support of the army when the lines do eventually clash. And charge this injured unit of skirmishers up here, and charge this third unit. And it doesn't look like they're trying to counterattack our cavalry right now. I don't know why, but they just aren't. So I would take out some more skirmishers. They're basically able to devastate this army, just piece by piece, basically, and whittle them down. And these kind of tactics are very effective because all these skirmishers can do some serious damage to our infantry. If they're able to pin down our infantry with their infantry, these skirmishers could do some serious damage with their javelins. So taking them out with cavalry right now is very beneficial. And why are they sending more skirmishers against our cavalry? I don't understand what they're... Computer's just silly. But they are moving in. They've finally decided to move in. So we're able to take down their skirmishers in the background here. We're losing a couple cavalry against these skirmishers. I guess it's to be expected, I suppose. Eventually you're going to start losing the cavalry. But, come on. There we go. Broke another unit of skirmishers. We're going to run them down a little bit. And then we're going to go take out another unit. And it appears they're about ready to charge, so we're going to engage them, and all shall be well and fine and dandy. We're going to activate War Cry on all of the units that can, and then we're going to charge their line, and we're going to let the Spanish mercenaries fire their missiles a little bit more. And that should be very nice, and we should be able to weaken them, and then we'll be able to charge them. The Spanish mercenaries plus normal units work pretty well together, I would say. And it says the enemy reinforcements have arrived, but I don't see the guys behind us, so it must be the third. I think there was a third army. Yeah, I can see it in the bottom corner. There must be a third. There was a third army that came in. So no big deal. So it looks like we're not going to be able to kill their whole family if this is their whole family. But we might siege attack and kill him. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I knows, but who knows really? Honestly. Anyway, we're going to engage all their infantry here on all the fronts. Engage their factionary with these Spanish mercenaries over here. They're still eager even though they're losing this unit, and that's good because they're going to get reinforcements. We did kill their main general, so that's nice. This family member right here looks like he's pretty well trapped, so hopefully we should be able to take him out. He is doing a number on those mercenaries, but mercenaries are mercenaries. They're not really a big deal, and we should be coming in with... we got reinforcements coming in, is basically what I'm trying to say. And he's dead, as you saw by the death marker. And our cavalry is still taking out enemy skirmishers over here, so that's pretty nice. And we're actually going to charge these naked fanatics, because naked fanatics have pretty low defensive stats, so they should be able to take... Yeah, look at that. They got taken out by that cavalry really easily. And there we go. And Scutari are there are routing, so that's very nice. And what is going on over here? What? What? They did come in? No. What? No. That's... I even checked and they weren't there. Stupid. I shouldn't have lined up here. I should have moved. I should have moved as soon as I saw it. They're just going to be able to take out our skirmishers. Luckily, we destroyed the left side of their army, so we should be able to get our infantry over here. It's going to take a while, though. But we should be able to get them over here and deal with this army. Dang it. And they're sending more units to help their forces on the right. And we need to get our general here, because he will definitely lose to the faction leader's bodyguard and some round shields. Looks like we're going to lose probably at least 2 units of... at least 2 units over there. Looks like we lost some Spanish mercenaries that were in the area as well. So that's kind of unfortunate. Our cavalry are still taking out the enemy skirmishers up there, which is fine with me. Send a cry command just in case, and we did capture the enemy general here in this little skirmish, so we should be able to take him out with our Spanish mercenaries pretty easily. Although we do have our slingers in that fight as well, which is kind of unfortunate. But we should be able to take him out. And our general and our infantry are crushing their infantry, so looking pretty good. And it says the enemy king is routing, which means he's routing again, and I hope... Yes, we took him out. So we took out all the family members in this battle. So if this is the rest of their army, we will know, and they will be dead when we get back on the campaign map. The Spanish will be gone. So that's exciting. It's exciting. I'm a little excited. Because that means one less enemy we have to deal with. And we don't even have to go after their territories right away. We can focus our energy on Carthage if we need to. And there we go. We crushed the last of their infantry in this sector. So that's looking pretty awesome. We're going to run them over a little bit, and we're going to let the barbarian cavalry come in and just... basically. Let me take a drink real quick. And here comes that army from before, so we're going to charge them with our cavalry, because all they have is skirmishers and a very depleted unit of Scutarii. So we're going to continue and run as many guys down as we can, because that's what we need to do. It was a little bit of a costly battle there. We had it pretty much in control until the end there, when the sneaky reinforcements came in. I didn't see them. What the heck? But we were able to keep that under control, because luckily it was a little too far in the battle for them to come in. If they had come in right before the lines had crashed, I might have been dead, because our men weren't winning at that point, because they weren't fighting yet. So that could have been devastating. But luckily they came in right after we started winning the melee battle. Anyway, we are pretty much running down everyone. That should be the last unit over there. And it looks like he's probably going to... Nope, we caught him. And it says we've crushed the enemy, so I guess they're counting this... Yeah, well, yeah, we did... Okay, we killed like 1,600 and only lost like 400. So, I can see how that's a heroic victory. So, good work, Ryanrix. You are the man. You're basically in charge of Iberia, the Iberian conquest. So, good work, my man. Hopefully you don't die soon of old age, because that would be very unfortunate. What coast knows not our blood? Well, the African coast and the Egyptian coast. Pretty much Africa and Asia don't know our blood. But everywhere else is pretty... And look at that. Faction destroyed Spain. So yes, we did kill the Spanish. That is very cool. Very cool indeed. And Ryanrix the Honest did rout the army, losing a bunch of money. Ayuvum expands. Might as well queue the building. There's no point not, I guess. Just in case we win. And they're building rams, so they should be attacking probably next turn. Kind of unfortunate. Oh well. Yeah. Faction announcements. Narva Marcis grew to a large city. Minor city. And we can engage this army, but I'm not going to do that right now. They have tons of mercenaries. So again, they must be running out of natural men, and they just need to get mercenaries, which means they're probably going to run out of money soon too, because mercenaries are very expensive to train. And I'm thinking about sending out an army here, because we got some barbarian elite, but I think it'd be wiser to train up some more swordsmen first, and go for a recapture effort instead of a defensive effort, because I'll have two small armies against a medium-sized army, and that's what the computer does against me, and they lose all the time. So let's not do that against the computer. We're gonna build some good stables in Mediolanum, so we can get some barbarian noble cavalry up there. And Masana has built another unit, but that's no matter. We're gonna take our guys in here and move them onto the ship. All but is it okay? We got 4 units there, so we can keep 4 units in the city. We'll take 3 swords, or yeah. Which cavalry is the worst? They're all pretty well experienced, but we're going to take out those swordsmen, and 3 swordsmen, 1 unit cav, and then we're going to send out the army. Put the warband in the city, and they're still pretty mad, dang. But we can put it on low tax rate, and it'll be fine. Train some more units there. And that's looking pretty good. We can't move the boats this turn, but next turn we'll be able to land there and hopefully take them out. And we might do a split attack. If there's like no garrison on the island, we might do a split attack and try to take out 2 cities at once. But yeah, that's pretty low chance. And anyway, as you can see here, the Spanish are indeed defeated, and yeah, the turns didn't reset there, so that's pretty cool. We'll probably take this town and then go down and attack the Carthaginians, and then we'll probably move up north and take the settlement. That's kind of my goal for this area. And the Carthaginians probably have a pretty good garrison again by now, so it'll be a nice kind of end campaign, challenge. Things are looking good up here. I think that's about all we're going to do for today. We'll leave that battle against the Dacians, Meridoc versus the Dacians, for tomorrow, or the next time I record, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to record tomorrow. And this is Breadlord signing out, and join us next time when hopefully we might actually be able to take Sicily and win the game. So, Breadlord signing out. Peace. Look at that sexy army. Dang, sexy.